Hey, what's up? It's Lance with Love to Hate, back again with another preview video. Today I have for you the Council of the Fallen expansion for Deliverance from Lowen Games. All right, so Council of the Fallen, this new expansion for Deliverance. Let's talk about it. Now, before I get into that too much, I do want to make sure that you understand that everything you see in this video is going to be prototype. So the final artwork components, maybe some of the rules as to what I explain about what it adds to the gameplay. It could change once it's all released from crowdfunding. Make sure to check out that link down below in the description of this video after you watch it to check out that campaign page to get all the details on this one. I do also want to say that I do have an implicit bias when it comes to this game. My name is in the rule book for Deliverance, and the reason for that is because a million years ago, I helped Andrew Lowen, the designer of this game, demo his game at BGG-Con and run a booth for him, teaching new people how to play the game. And so there is a bias that I come with when I am talking about this game, so I do want to make that aware to you all at home. Sam and I actually previewed the original Deliverance game when it was running on Kickstarter. You can click the I in the top right corner to check out that video, and we made sure that we made all of our viewers aware of that bias in that video as well. So we do want to make sure to let everybody know that I do have a strong favoritism towards this game as you're watching this video. So let's talk about what comes in this expansion. So I took some notes here, wanted to make sure that I got everything correct as to what is in this box. Now, I do also want to make clear that I don't believe that everything that will be coming in the final expansion that you'll get when you back this game is what I have out here on the table. I do believe that I only have partial components. I could be incorrect on that, but I'm fairly positive that this is just a fraction of what you will get. So again, check out the campaign page. Now, what I have here are 5 new angels that you can play the game with. We've got Ariel, Perta, can't read these upside down, Damascus, Cora, and Juan. I know Juan was a big one that a lot of people were very interested in. And check out this beautiful artwork. It's the same beautiful artwork that you're familiar with when it comes to the base game. Now, one special thing about Ariel here is that Ariel comes with a side character, Nebuchadnezzar. So you're actually going to be playing with 2 characters when you play with Ariel, and that's really cool. That's not something that was in the base game. Now, adding the 9 characters that you could play as from the original base game, that makes your total playable characters for this one 15 if you count Nebuchadnezzar as an extra character. Plus, I am aware that there is an extra character that you can play with if you back that deluxe edition of this new expansion. So there's actually going to be 16 total characters if you have the base game and the deluxe expansion. Now, a couple of other things. There's going to be miniatures as well. If you've got the miniatures from the base game, you can expect there to be miniatures for the new expansion. And I know those miniatures, a lot of you guys out there are you know, those miniatures are sweet. That's one of the really cool things about this game. I keep pointing down here because this is where my base copy is right now. Those miniatures are absolutely awesome. But if you don't want the miniatures, there are the really nice standees as well. These are full color standees, double-sided here, that are going to be the same artwork as what you see on the player boards. That is just fantastic. So you're not going to, you're not going to go wrong with just the standees if you want to do the standees. So, there is Nezi right there, Nebuchadnezzar. So you do have 2 characters when you're playing as that. In addition to the heroes, the angels, you are going to have lots of new baddies in this one. So you are going to have your small baddies. Let's go over them real quick. You've got the grinning satyr, you've got the gargoyles, the grotesque, the dark acolytes, the slime balls, and the abysmal hounds, which your abysmal hounds are going to be these littler ones, and they're going to be the weakest ones of the bunch, but man, they are going to be running all over the map, and so you're going to have a hard time keeping up with these suckers because they're fast, and they can get to you just about anywhere on the map, and you'll want to take them out because as you might guess, them being hounds, they're going to attack like a pack, and they're going to surround you and take you out pretty quickly if you don't take them out first. Now, Slimeball is an interesting character because Slimeball is going to be, well, throwing slime across the map. There's some new tokens that are going to be involved. You've got these tokens down here at the bottom of your screen. You've got these blight tokens that are going to be thrown across the map by the Slimeball, also by one of the new big baddies, Beelzebub, and the Lord of Flies here. And so what these blight tokens, they're going to be kind of like tracking you down, slowly following after you. And if you collect too many of these, they're going to do damage to you. There are also extra other tokens. You've got Gloom tokens. You've got some Prudence tokens, which are good tokens. You have your Incense. Those are also good tokens. In fact, why don't we just point out that there are extra player raids. You've got your player raids that you had in the original game, but you do also have new player raids that are going to be going along with that. These Incense tokens that I just pointed out to you, they are going to help you heal damage. So if you can get to an Incense token, that's going to be a way for you to heal yourself. The Prudence tokens are going to allow you to re-roll your dice rolls. There are going to be these Squall tokens that are going to act as like a boost if you move through it. It's going to give you an extra free movement when you move through it. There are also going to be Veil tokens that are going to be in this new expansion. And the Veil tokens are going to create like an extra barrier that you're not going to be able to move through. The Gloom tokens that I talked to you about, they are going to have you, if you were to gain a shield or heal yourself in some way, you're going to have to spend 2 of those shields or heals on the Gloom to get rid of the Gloom first before you can actually heal. And then I already kind of talked to you about the Blight. If you take 3 Blight, that's going to hurt you. So you're going to try to want to avoid doing that. Now, you do have extra map tiles, and I want to point out how vividly different these map tiles look. The artwork is so completely different on these. The barriers are way brighter. They pop out. They're more vivid, as is the background of some of these tiles. And again, yes, they're double-sided on a lot of these, but it's just such a fresh new look to these new map tiles. And you will be playing scenarios that combine the old map tiles from the base game with these new map tiles. So don't think that you're never going to use your base game map tiles. You are going to be combining the two. But I just love how these new ones look so different. And there's going to be some that take place inside buildings. So that's a fresh new take as well. Now, you do have, like I told you, you've got new big baddies as well. I've already pointed out the Beelzebub, Lord of Flies, but there's also going to be a tree, a redbud tree, the Cursed Tree. And the Cursed Tree is going to be trying to root you down with its roots. If you'll recall, root was something that zapped your movement. And so this is going to be one of those baddies that's going to be making it difficult for you to move around the board. And you're going to have to find inventive ways to try to avoid being stuck in place whenever you're battling up against Redbud. There is also a third big baddie. Let's see if I can find its standee. Where did I put it? Here we go, right here. That is going to be Aneth. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Aneth. There is a scenario in the campaign books over here that you see to play with Aneth. I wasn't given the base board to play up against Aneth, so that's one reason why I say I know there's going to be more material in this expansion that I'm not yet aware of. So yeah, that's something that you want to keep an eye on, but Aneth is another big baddie to play up against. There are going to be lots of new cards. Now, one of the best things about Deliverance that I always enjoyed is the plethora of cards. You've got your Heavenly Treasure cards, which are going to add more treasures for you to explore and figure out how they add benefits to you throughout the course of the game. That's always one of the really fun things about the game, are trying to get these Heavenly Treasures as well as the prayers and seeing what they add to you, how they help you. But your prayer cards are going to be all new, different cards to add to the base game. You do have new cards for the bad guys. You've got new darkness cards and new battle cards. And the darkness cards are going to be adding what you might expect, extra challenges, new challenges along the way, things that you're going to have to overcome. And your battle cards are going to represent the different monsters in the game, or demons. And then you've got your new talent cards for all of your new angels in the game, just like you would with any other angel from the base game. Your big baddies are going to have their own special cards as well, their talents and their darkness cards that are going to be added to the game. Now let's talk about probably the thing that you are most interested in when it comes, well, maybe you might be interested in the angels and the demons, but I know a lot of you are probably interested in these two books right here. You're going to have a scenario booklet, just like you did with the base game, that are going to be one-off scenarios that you can do based off the new material that's available to you. Plus, new material that has come out since the base game that you can find on BGG, just some addition packs that you can download, downloadable material. You can print it off BGG, that sort of thing. So there's going to be scenarios that you can use that are going to be a part of that. And then also you've got your campaign book. Now, the campaign from the base game was super interesting. I love the writing with it, told a great story. This story is going to be, maybe even better than the base game, because this is going to be a branching story based off of what you do throughout the course of the campaign. It's going to tell you different maps, different scenarios to play out. Kind of like Gloomhaven, if you're familiar with Gloomhaven, and that there were several options that you could choose along the way. That's going to be a little bit of what you experience with this new campaign with the Council of the Fallen. And the story is going to change depending upon the different choices that you choose. So you can replay the campaign in this one and get a different story, and just try to get to all the different stuff that's in the campaign. You can replay it, try to make different choices so that you can get to those different scenarios in that one. So let's talk a little bit about my thoughts about what this adds. If you liked the base game of Deliverance, if you thought it was a super challenging, kept you on the edge of your seat, Christian dungeon crawler-esque type of brawler with this one, you're gonna get all that and more with this new expansion, because it just adds so much more of the good stuff from what you got from the base game. And so if you like the base game, if you love the base game, you're definitely going to want to check out the new expansion, because it's just going to be so much more of what you already love about it, and you're going to get a whole lot more playing time out of the expansion when you add it into the base game. So definitely want to check that out if you are a fan of the base game. Now, if you don't know anything about the base game, again, check out that preview video so you can check out Sam and I's initial thoughts on the base game of Deliverance. But basically, this is going to be a Christian themed, with Christian lore, not just from the Bible, but Christian lore, that is going to be just a super thematic, super thorough, detailed brawler. And what I mean by that is that this is a game that Andrew has just put his heart and soul into making sure that this is one of the most balanced games that I've ever seen out there. I feel like every single time I play this game, and every time I see somebody else play this game, it goes down to the wire. It's like, man, we are barely scraping by if we win at all in this one. And I love that about this game, because every time I play it, I know it's going to be exciting. I know it's going to be challenging. I know it's going to take a collective effort to really do well in this one. So if you're not familiar with the base game, then you really want to check that out, but know that that's what you're getting with this kind of game, is this super challenging but yet a super exciting type of experience of going up against a big baddie, trying to collect these cards that are going to give you extra boons and bonuses, and you're hanging on for dear life trying to make sure you defeat the boss. Now, some other things that I want to make sure to let you know about this new expansion. Again, it has multiple endings, secondary objectives that you can kind of branch off and do side quests, if you will, are going to be a part of that campaign. There is a legendary campaign mode. So if you're a freak out there who just loves to be punished, you're a glutton for punishment, you really want to take on the game at its hardest, challenging level of difficulty, know that there's going to be a legendary campaign mode. You do have to be really good at this game to do well at that. There are going to be unique boxes, or unique bonuses, excuse me, but there are also going to be secret boxes that you're going to be able to unlock and open. Again, that's not something that I have here in this, so no spoilers at all with this. So you will want to check out the campaign page to get more details on that. Highlights about what it's going to be able to improve upon the base game. So you can play this game now at 5 players. You have the ability to do that with the material that's provided here. You've got got 5 player aid cards and enough components to be able to do that. So it is backwards compatible. What you have here can work with the original base campaign and one-off scenario. So it does have revamped rules for faster games to get into it a little bit easier. Simultaneous player turns. So again, check out that campaign page to get all those details. It does also have an updated solo mode. Now, I have played this game solo quite a bit. It is a lot of fun, and it's not a super difficult game to keep up with as far as soloing it. You don't have a whole lot of bookkeeping, unlike maybe some other dungeon crawlers out there that you would have a lot of bookkeeping. I'm thinking of Gloomhaven off the top of my head. That's quite a lot to have to keep up with. You don't have that being the experience here with this. It is updated to give solo players more options. You can do 2 angels if you want to with this. Plus, there's more compelling reasons to use the intercessor role from the original base game. If you'll recall, that was how you did solo mode in the base game, was that you played as one angel that had like a kind of like Nebuchadnezzar here. It was an intercessor who you could do some actions with, but they weren't actually out on the board. And so really it was just, you're one angel out there with the intercessor trying to kind of get through with what everything was happening on the board, but all the demons were attacking that one angel. So it was really pretty tough to survive when you were playing the solo mode. Now you can play this game out in a different way with this updated solo mode. Remastered the base game campaign. I don't have a whole lot of details about that other than to say that it adds additional story that expands the narrative about the humans of Fallbrook. You'll have to check out the campaign page to get more details on that. But it also includes some final missions for the base game campaign, missions 13 and 14. Mission 13, I'm told, will be extremely difficult. So if you are up for a bigger challenge than what you got with the base game, you'll want to check out this new Kickstarter campaign for this expansion, as it's going to add in those extra missions that are going to be pretty spicy for you. So that's all the details that I have for you when it comes to this new expansion. I hope this video was helpful for you all out there. I hope you're super pumped for this, because I know I am. I was super pumped to see the base game finally make it out on Kickstarter, finally make it to being delivered to people who backed it. I took it to some campaigns since I've gotten it, which I think I want to say I got my copy around Christmas time last year. So I've had it for almost 10 months or so. And I've taken it to a lot of conventions, over the last few months. And every time I take it somewhere, people are clamoring to want to play this game. And I can understand why. This is a super popular, super fun game. And you throw in the Council of the Fallen expansion, and I mean, you're just taking it to a whole nother level with this one. So lots to be very excited about when it comes to the world of Deliverance with the new expansion. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think about both the base game and this new expansion that is going to be hitting Kickstarter here in the very, very near future. Make sure to check out the link down below in the description of this video to get all the details. While you're down there, leave me some comments. Let me know what you're thinking about this one. If you like this video, please, please, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified of all of our great new content. I'm Lance, and this is Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.